They are the triplets, Irvin, Smith, and Aikman. The Cowboys photo is iconic, and the man behind the lens is just as legendary. Our Jonah Javad introduces us to the photographer who went from the front lines to the sidelines to capture the most famous shots of America's team.
A tranquil home in Grapevine, a pond in the backdrop, a vibe akin to Thoreau.
How about them Cowboys?
It is the picture-perfect haven for a veteran photographer. Ron St. Angelo candidly illustrates the moments that have defined his life.
I had a dream the night before of a photo I wanted to do of him walking out on the field from behind.
From 1979 to 2010, Ron served as the team photographer for the Dallas Cowboys.
Of course, Tom Landry, who hired me,
capturing decades of iconic games through his Nikon camera.
Congratulations, Dallas. The Dallas dynasty is real.
The kid from Beaumont, Texas, grew up fast, enlisting in the United States Navy at age 18.
I could have very easily been killed in Vietnam, very easily.
6 years of duty, including 2 combat tours in Vietnam.
Some of the jobs that I did, I was actually in the gun mounts, when we were on fire missions and things like that.
Focus and composure, skills he acquired on the front lines, which later served him on the sidelines for America's other team.
When these guys are running full speed at you, and they could come crashing into you at any moment.
Those 30 years, what is the most memorable game that you photographed?
I don't think there's any question about it. 92 title game in San Francisco. That particular year, it was like monsoon. As they were coming out and they were walking through puddles of mud, and I'm going, oh, this is going to be just sloppy, but it'll be great photography. That photograph I did of Daryl Johnston walking in the mud, that's another image that I sort of imagined in my mind before the game. I like the elements, and photographically, that's really the best.
There's some really great photographs that are a part of what Ron's library is. So, I'm blessed to have one of the ones that everybody seems to enjoy.
Ron's library is prominently displayed at AT&T Stadium and the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Emmitt Smith has eclipsed Walter Payton as the NFL's all-time rushing leader.
His most recognizable image, which can also be found on the cover of the book he published, is the triplets. Cowboys Hall of Famers Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin.
It's the most famous photo in Cowboy history.
Now 73 and still an active photographer, Ron is able to see depth in his work before and after the clapping of the shutter.
I can transport myself to that time, which is like a sort of history of your life through behind the lens.
Transcendent moments developed into memories.
And leave it to Dion to break it open for a touchdown.
To be shared forever.
Oh, man.
In Grapevine, I'm Jonah Javad.
As Jonah mentioned, if you want to see some of Ron's work, you can see it in the Hall of Fame level at AT&T Stadium.